India holds nearly every shade of green you can imagine. Rainforests, mangroves, alpine meadows. But here's the part we don't talk about enough. Some of the best guardians of these plants aren't in labs or offices. They're in villages, deep in the hills and forests. I'm talking about tribal communities, and their wisdom is keeping entire ecosystems alive. In the Western Ghats, I walked through a forest that felt like a cathedral. Tall, quiet, sacred. Locals call them sacred groves. Kavas in Kerala, Devarakadus in Kodagu. No chainsaws, no plucking, just reverence. These groves protect rare orchids, wild pepper, medicinal trees simply by declaring them untouchable. Head northeast to Meghalaya, and you'll meet the Khasi. Their Mawphlang Sacred Grove is a living archive. Fungi, ferns, ancient oaks thriving because the community has guarded them for generations. In Arunachal, the Apatani weave rice paddies, fish ponds, tree belts. No chemical shortcuts, just careful cycles that feed families and keep the soil breathing. Central India tells another chapter. The Gond, Baiga, and Bil communities carry seed bundles like time capsules. Millets in every color, native pulses, drought-proof grains, saved, swapped, resown. These aren't just crops, they're survival strategies against heat, floods, and failed rains. This knowledge is not folklore, it's data, tested for centuries. It knows which leaf cools a fever, which bark stops an infection, which vine climbs best after a dry spell. And it fits perfectly with modern conservation. Community-managed forests cut costs, boost biodiversity, and deliver results faster than many top-down plans. But here's the hard part. Deforestation chips away at buffer forests. Roads open the door to poaching and logging. Climate shifts scramble flowering times and seed cycles. And exploitation, biopiracy, steals remedies without credit or consent. You can't conserve what you displace, and too often, communities get pushed out of the very lands they protect. Now the hope. In Odisha's Nyamgiri Hills, the Dongria Kond defended their forests and the rare plants within by asserting land rights and stewardship. In Koraput, women seed keepers revived traditional millets, feeding families and restoring soil health. That revival helped inspire state-level support for millet cultivation. In the Northeast, community-run conservation areas have brought back orchids and hornbills, because protection works when locals lead. So, what do? First, back community rights. Laws like the Forest Rights Act only matter if they're implemented. Second, support what grows from the forest without destroying it. Honey, spices, lac, medicinal herbs, bought fair and traced back to the people who manage them. Third, document and credit traditional knowledge with consent, benefit sharing, and respect. And finally, learn the names of plants, of places, of the people who keep them alive. Guardians of the forest aren't a metaphor. They're neighbors, teachers, and scientists without lab coats. If we want resilient forests, we start by listening to the stories rooted in the soil. Because when roots are protected, everything above ground stands a better chance. If this moved you, amplify it. Share their stories, support their work, and let's grow conservation from roots to resilience.